My name is Christian Smart, and I'm going to talk to you about using integrated cost and schedule risk analysis to enhance project success. So my background is in aerospace and defense, and I initially drafted a book on risk analysis focused on this area with applications in this area. When I went to market it and trying to find a publisher, McGraw-Hill said they would publish it, but they wanted me to broaden the scope. They thought my scope was too limited. It's frequent. 70 to 80% of projects, regardless of industry, experience cost growth and schedule growth. It's very high, 50% or more on average for cost and 30% or more. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about why these things occur. One of the factors that plays into this was noted by the psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, who coined the term the planning fallacy, which is when we looked in and we planned for the future, but a bug in the system underpaid civil servants, and it costs billions of dollars to fix. Healthcare.gov, which is the Obamacare website. One way to look at uncertainty and consider uncertainty is to look at a few different potential outcomes and take an average, but a single number is not a good representation of that. And I'm going to talk about a story here that will explain why this is the case. And it's the median is not the mess. He was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer in 1982. You can't go back in time and look or something. So despite its importance, consequences underweighted. And next, I want to talk just one more thing to highlight the importance of uncertainty and why averages can be misleading is the disappearance of the 400 hitter. It's not to say it could never occur. 1 in 125,000. I want to also point on one issue that other people have pointed out, which is that risk matrices underestimate uncertainty. You mean that there is a 50% chance that both the cost and the schedule will come in at or below the specified schedule value, amount of time, and the specified cost, amount of dollars. The top-down approach, which I'm going to talk about in this presentation, is using statistics to develop estimates of cost and schedule at a fairly high level, not as low level as the bottom-up method. Sometimes could be done at the subsystem or a component level for a hardware system. There is uncertainty around the residuals. And most of the things that I've worked on, I've found this to be the case. There is a certain amount of skew that's built in, but so log normal is good at modeling to that parameter, develop an estimate, and then a high value to that parameter, develop an estimate. So you have 3 different cost values. And you can do the same thing for schedule. You have 3 different cost values or schedule values. And that you can say, okay, that's going to be a triangular distribution, and you can calculate the mean and standard deviation for a triangular distribution. I like to say that when it comes to cost estimating, the normal is not so normal. You use a drop-down selection of log, normal, or normal. The rest of those things to the right are some calculations that are done intermediately. And then you assign a correlation value, so that number is always below the lower number of the cost or the schedule. And so that's one potential issue. So the point is, well taken, that risk management is not about avoiding risk, but understanding it in order to maximize the odds of success. It helps you make choices. If you understand what your risks are, you can make better choices. But in the meantime, it would be a lot cheaper to actually just use a grease pencil, in this case. And then I also just want to briefly mention at the end here, I do have a book on the subject, and I stress the importance of risk management and how to do it better. So I appreciate your time and your interest. Again,